Hey guys, this is Blind Tech. Um, I'm here to discuss my thoughts on WWDC 2019, which occurred Monday, June the 3rd, which was just a couple of days ago. I'm just now getting the chance to shoot a video for this. I have been searching the ends of the earth and YouTube and Safari on ways to download the iOS 13 developer beta, and there's only one way, which is through downloading the $100 developer account beta thing, which I don't want to do because I am not a developer, unfortunately. I mean, if I were a developer, I would already, have the beta. I would already be talking about it, but unfortunately, I do not have it. So I can only go off of what has been said, what I've looked up. So here's basically, what here's basically the iOS 13 and stuff like that. So dark mode, the long-awaited feature, has now arrived into iOS. It has been expected for about 3 years now, and Apple has finally delivered. I know a lot of people are happy about that, and some of you guys won't care. Just so you guys know, if you guys have the 10s or 10s Max or iPhone 10, that has the OLED display, and dark mode does save battery for those particular devices. And let's see. There is the new Find My application, which is basically find my iPhone, find my friends, and things like that. And apparently, there's supposed to be like an Apple like keychain thing, like not like Apple keychain where it saves your password, like to allow you to find your keys, and that should be coming in about 2020. So, also there is complete the new Files application on the iPad, which I actually will talk about that more in depth later. But that has been revamped for the iPad. The new Reminders application has been completely reworked. Messages is now more like WhatsApp because you can add a profile name, you can add your profile photo, and of course everyone you message using iMessage will see this profile name and photo. There's new Memoji stickers, and emoji has a lot more things. I personally haven't gotten to experience any of this, guys, so please forgive me if I do leave something out, because I always like to get to the nitty gritty and look deep inside the OS. I notice a lot of this stuff. Um, um, there's so much to talk about. Photo editing. I mean, most of you guys won't care about that unless you guys have a bit of vision. That has been made easier. The new volume, there's a new like volume slider thing. I wouldn't know because the volume has never really bothered me, but I mean, it's bothered a lot of people for a lot of time. However, it has been removed. There are so many new features. Apple Music has new design. Has a new design. AirPods, you can now um, pair multiple AirPods to the same device if you want to. Listen to music or a movie. That works. Also, which I find very odd, but it could actually be very helpful. If you lose your Mac and the lid of your Mac is closed, like the cover of your Mac is closed, it will actually connect to nearby devices to try and help you locate your Mac. Which, I mean, Apple says that there's no security flaw in this. I really actually kind of doubt that, but it's whatever. Apple is a $700 billion company. They can do whatever they want. Unfortunately. I already discussed Find My. I was definitely going to say something else, but single sign-in for apps. If you sign in with, I don't exactly get how this works, again, because I have not used it, unfortunately, although this feature does sound like a really nice feature, and I can't wait to get my hands on it in July. The new sign-in thing feature. Supposedly, if you sign in with one thing, it signs into the rest of your accounts in Safari. I don't get how that's supposed to work, but you know what? I'm very excited to try it out, and that's something that I would need, just so that I don't have to remember passwords, because most of if you guys are, subscribed to me, most of you know that I have an awful memory. Now, Mac OS, the name of the new Mac OS is Mac OS Carolina, which is surprising because Apple has always named it after something in the Bay Area, and over there in California, and North Carolina, or North and South Carolina, as a matter of fact. I think it's on the other side of the country, very far from California. But it's whatever. It's synchronized apps, so the apps that you get on your iPhone will be very similar on the Mac, which I think is very cool. I can finally get Facebook on my Mac without having to go to Safari and deal with that. And I personally think Safari is very... I don't like it on the Mac. There are a few things that I personally prefer not to do on the Mac. The mail feature. I think the mail application completely needs to be reworked. There is such an easier way that they can do, that they can set their mail application up, but now I'm getting off task. Also, iPad OS. On my lunch break at work, I was able to watch some of WWDC. I will admit I didn't watch all of it because I've actually been very busy. But iPad OS, it's something that Apple says that it's been years in the making, which is, it's actually pretty cool. I've heard rumors that the first beta is very, very, very buggy, so I wouldn't recommend installing it if you do have the developer profile. But it's a whole bunch of visual stuff. I personally don't care for it. I may be proven wrong, when I install it on my iPad, but at this time I do not particularly care for the new iPad OS, especially since I can't install it on my iPad because Apple has removed those profiles. Also, another thing, guys, you're gonna see some videos. You can YouTube how to download the new iOS 13 beta for free. There are going to be videos about it. There's going to be a profile, and the particular ones I remember are apphacks.co/iOS 13. I've been to that site. I've viewed the profile. It's an unsigned profile, but I didn't care. I wanted to get my hands on iOS, and I installed it, and it didn't give me the option to restart my phone like the normal profiles do. So I restarted my phone, and it took forever to boot back up, and I didn't have the software update available. It was just an entire mess that didn't work, and I didn't want to keep that on my iPhone because keep in mind, guys, that profile can run stuff in the background, get your location, get your bank account information. I'm sure it can't actually get your bank account information, but a lot of information on your phone that I actually don't want people to have. So I personally, right now, since I do not have the new iOS update, I despise it. I despise everything Apple is doing right now. Although they remain the best, so I must stay with my iPhone. And I just wish that Apple would get a new CEO and that Apple would actually make their products a little bit cheaper. I guess they're trying not to become the first trillionaire company, but that's their decision. All right, guys. I will be back shortly with another video. Thank you guys for watching, and see you soon.